online haircut.
Welcome back to Avenues, episode 167. Let's hope that's right. We have a new setup here. As you can tell, we talked about it in the previous episodes that we are not going to be in the studio for a little bit. And here we are in a, what do we call this? In the room?
The guest room at your house?
In the, well, that sounds stupid.
Well, it's like the guest.
Let's say we're in the room. We'll be back in studio in a little bit, trying out something new. And I personally like this a lot. I think that this is quite cozy. Maybe we'll do some ASMR.
Yeah, some ASMR. It's like quite intimate set, like the lighting, the warm lighting, and
the painting matches.
It's comfy. It's not like we're in
this
the cold
is like
garage.
comfortable fucking
We've got the blankets and shit. Like, dude, this is gonna be nice. I was just telling Colin before we recorded, like in the winter, this is gonna be nice. Like it's gonna be warm, cozy. And just I don't know, nice change, I guess. So
yeah, it'll be a nice change, and I think I'll get. I don't have to get used to this. I'm already liking it. Let's jump right into today's episode, kicking it off with Copper Drop.
Okay, sure.
Copper Drop. I don't know if you have any Copper Drop, but I have a Copper Drop that I found online. Now this Copper Drop, you will not expect it. I'll tell you that. It is very unique and very weird, but also kind of like there's a lot of questions to it. This is like a very discussion-based Copper Drop. And like I said, I found this online, and I thought, dude, I wonder what Justin's gonna say. Because honestly, I found it weird, and like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to show you. Copper Drop.
Okay, so, you guys, I'll throw a picture on screen. Basically, what we're looking at here is Viagra ice cream. Very blue in color, right next to the chocolate Bianco ice cream.
It's not even chocolate. It's spelled weird. Like it's like Italian.
It's chocolato. It's like it looks like some sort of
It's like ciolato or something.
Gelato or like the Italian ice cream. Viagra ice cream.
A little image as well to complement the.
I like the the little addition. They had the Pfizer, the pill. Just for those who like I guess can't tell.
Is that the same Pfizer that created the vaccine?
I think it is. So yeah, I don't. I'm kind of lost. I mean, I don't know. What do you think it's in the ice cream? Did they like make it? Did they put Viagra in the ice cream, or is it supposed to be flavored like Viagra?
What if it's all bullshit?
Or is it just like blueberry ice cream that they're saying
people have had
Viagra ice cream? So
people have had it. I don't think that. I hope that they didn't put Viagra. I mean,
yeah. I mean, what if some kid just like, unwillingly just takes Viagra because he thought it was like some
Italian word for blueberry.
Yeah, right. He's like, dude, that looks sweet, and then he ends up trying it, and
not good. Okay, so
I'm saying drop. I don't really want to be eating that. I mean, it's not summer anymore. We're heading into winter, fall, winter. Same thing. But yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be eating that.
I just wouldn't want to risk it. I'd ask the guy, hey, is this like a joke? Is this legit? Like, Chocolato Bianco looks fire. I'll say that.
Yeah, dude. I'll take one of those instead of the Viagra. Yeah. Or, actually, I'll double up. I'll do one chocolate Bianco on the bottom, one Viagra on the top, and just call it a day. Like
Flip that.
Yeah.
Flip that.
That sounds crazy. But
yeah, I'm going to say drop because I don't want to risk having erectile dysfunction, and I don't want to risk anything, honestly. I don't want to go there. So it's a drop. For me.
I can see why.
I think most people would see why.
Yeah,
I think anyone with a bit of common knowledge would probably agree with with our opinion. So drop. Okay, so that is also leading into my next question. Like, do you think that would get... Okay, do you think marketing-wise, do you think that's a good thing? Do you think people are going to want to get it, or do you think people are going to want to not get it based on that?
I'm taking a marketing class this year, so maybe if I don't have a full answer here, we'll
Try
come
it out
back.
in your class. Try it out.
Yeah.
Maybe a project coming up.
I'll show my teacher, get his thoughts on it, if he
Yeah, totally.
would, indulge in some Viagra ice cream. I think it kind of is like a weird marketing strategy because, first off, like, people are like, what the hell is this, right? I mean, even if they don't try, they're going to ask about it. I mean, you're like a prime example of you'll show it to your friends, like, well, what the hell is this? So I think it kind of creates like almost like a hype around it, if you know what I mean, because people are like, what's going on? And I mean, some people are daring enough to try it, I bet. And so yeah, I think it is kind of a play, but I don't know if personally, if I was running a business, if that would be my marketing strategy, because at the same time,
Bit risky, no?
a bit risky too, yeah. And some people, I mean, you probably get some flack for having that. I mean, especially if you're serving
like a family-owned business. This is a family establishment.
Yeah, you're serving minors ice cream, and you're it might be illegal. I mean, if it is actually Viagra and you're serving Viagra to like little children, I don't know if that's a good move.
Or what if it's like adults only ice cream shop?
I mean, who knows, right? Was that picture taken? Did you take that yourself, or did you find that?
I did not take the photo myself, for those wondering.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Where'd you find this image?
Online.
Online? I
Yeah.
mean, it could be fake, too.
I went because I was ordering, but I mean, I was looking at images on Google,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just like
Came up?
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Google's weird, and it's like
Yeah.
recommends the weirdest shit that you have nothing to do with, nothing to have your life associated with in any way possible, and you just see
the search terms. They like, I don't know. They're weird nowadays.
Yeah.
Getting out of hand.
Anyway, no, I didn't take the photo, and I found it online, and I think that it was funny and interesting, and I wanted to share it with you guys and with you.
Nice. I mean, honestly, maybe after the show, when the camera stops recording, I'll go for some. I'll go try some and come back next week and.
How many likes to go try it?
Yo, if we get like I'd say if we get like 50 likes on the YouTube video, or we get like, I don't know, like we break like 150 views or something, I'll go try it. So
either one of the two. And
one of the two.
We'll
I
try
mean, it's up to
Viagra
you guys.
We'll
The ball's in your court.
Okay.
We'll try it like on the show. We'll try it live.
Well, we gotta record us getting it, because they're not gonna believe it.
Yeah, but we'll go get some footage. We'll throw in a montage before, and we'll
150 views or 50 likes, and he'll go get Viagra ice cream.
Anyways,
that's true.
Moving on.
That's
so
true.
this week we started our first week of school. First week
Seniors.
back, senior year. So it is kind of weird, like going back in. I talked about it with Cheyenne 2 episodes ago.
Last episode. Oh wait, no, yeah.
2 episodes ago. Yeah. But anyways, I don't know. It's weird coming back to school as a senior. It feels different, I would say, for sure. Got different classes, different teachers, and you get like a lot of new privileges, I would say, as a senior. So one of the things they do at my school is you get a spare block. I mean, if you apply for it, if you want to get a spare, which is, to me, really good.
Do you have it?
I do have it. They do in my school like 3 categories, so category A, B, and C. And so if you're category C, basically what you have to do is you have to like complete this careers course, which is basically all these like small assignments, which would be like cover letter for a resume, job trends, and all sorts of assignments like that. And basically once you complete this careers course, you get moved to category B. And so category B, then you can do whatever you want in your block, but you have to stay at the school and stay in the like designated area. And then if your grades are good enough, they'll put you into category A, which is like the block that gets to leave the school. You don't have to show up, and you can just like come in after the block. So ideally, what would happen is I get in category A, and I don't have to go to school. I can sleep in, and then come in for my next block. So I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. I've completed the course already over the summer, but I'm not authorized yet, so I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Hopefully they like approve me and I can move on to the next category, because I really want to be able to sleep in on my spare block. So
Well, I mean, I found personally, like, being in grade 12 now, you can actually tell that you are the oldest person in the school.
yeah,
I think
for
that's
sure.
quite obvious. And honestly, I don't like it because I'm so used to that not being the case. I mean, grade 7's an exception, but I mean, since then, that was 5 years ago, 4 years ago since I graduated grade 7. So, I think that kind of sucks. I miss the guys that I was at school with last year, but I think that also, like, yeah, no, you really notice how much bigger you are and how much older than everyone else in that building, except for the teachers, obviously. But I think that also you get like a bit of a, for me at least, it feels like I never left. This is really weird. Like, you might not understand where I'm coming from. Maybe you didn't experience the same thing. But I remember walking down the halls in the second day, and I was like with my friend, and that I'd always be hanging out with at lunch, and I'm like, dude, it feels like I've never left, because literally I'm doing the same shit as I was in June, and with 2 months ago, and I'm like, it feels like I never left because I'm doing the exact same thing again, and I have the same classes almost with the same teachers. It's like, it feels like I never left, honestly. And because I have the same teachers, we're doing the same stuff that we did last year as like an intro getting to know you thing.
Yeah.
So one class I'll play an activity game, the other class I have to fill out a form. And with these, it feels like just yesterday I was doing these. I could tell you right now that one of the forms I had to fill out about me, I could have closed my eyes and knew what the next question was.
Yeah.
And I knew that because I did it before, and it was like, it felt like not that long ago I did it. That's quite weird. Again, every year there's new international students. This year I have met very few, actually. I've seen some, and I feel like you can tell when there's an international student that you're walking in the halls and see them because they look different, honestly.
Yeah.
Their fashion's different, their look is a bit different, so I could tell that you're not from here. But I don't have many in my classes. I would love to get to know more internationals. I think it's a beauty of life, again, to know new cultures, new people. And I'm going to try to do that this year as well, like I have been in previous years. But with that being said, I'm not happy to be having my last hurrah in high school. But I really took this to heart when people were telling me, you got to focus, you got to be in the moment, you have to enjoy it. Don't focus on the past, don't focus on the future, because that's ultimately not what you're living in. Be in the moment, enjoy it, because you can have fun out of your senior year, right? That's what I'm going to try to do, which I've talked about before on the podcast. I have a really big problem, I think, with just being held back into the past. And I think that this year I got to focus less on that. It's going to be hard, right? We all have our struggles in life. But I think that's my goal, is to try to get through the year with as little hindrance as possible. And I think I could do it. I've been doing good with that so far, because I've just done some fun stuff. But it's like the last first day of school happened for us. I remember when you were in grade 8, you had that photo taken of you. You should put actually, no, don't put it. But you were grumpy.
I was mad, bro.
I don't know how I saw that photo. I think someone showed me that. But yeah, were you actually mad? Were you just like, fuck this, I won't let me go in?
I was mad because, yeah, there was like a little bit of backstory. I was supposed to be going to the same school that Colin was going. And my dad, basically, I was like set on going to that school. I was actually on the attendance list.
You were in my class. Yeah, you were in my class.
And so I was like, still thought I was going to that school. My dad gave me a uniform, like, I think the first day. He just threw the uniform for the school, and he drove me to the school, and I was like so mad.
So you thought that you were going to my school until the day of?
Yeah, I was dead set on, like, I thought I was going to that school, and I was pissed because I didn't want to go to the school. I was thinking of transferring out. I was like, I really don't want to go here. I want to transfer back. All my friends are at the other school. I barely know anyone here except for a couple guys, and like I didn't want to go there. So I was pissed. Like I was like so mad, and my dad just told me, give it a couple months and then, like, see how it is, and if you don't like it, you really don't like it, then we can transfer. But I ended up staying and I made some friends, and yeah, now I'm there. And now I'm gonna be graduating this year, which is weird to think about. But yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that you
Yeah.
knew the whole time.
Okay, one thing that I see kind of from like other like classmates or like something that I guess generally happens is like a common phenomenon that happens is like seniority. I don't even know how to say that word, but you know what I mean. Like people think that they're the shit just because they're in senior year, and they like almost act down towards the younger grades, and like they think they're
You
better.
gotta bring people up.
I think it's such like a, I don't know. I think it's so stupid. I mean,
Arrogant mindset.
Exactly, just because you're like the oldest in the school that you can like
Do whatever
take
you want or
advantage
whatever,
of
yeah.
like the younger kids, or like I don't know, think that you're the shit. Like I don't know, pipe down, bro. Like I don't know. It's just I feel like it's such a shitty way to like
It is.
do it and like experience your senior year, especially considering you were once in their shoes. So like, don't be a dick. Like I don't know.
That's
Nothing much.
facts. I mean, also, like, it's my last year of playing football ever. And I say that because you don't find any, like, rec leagues in football with pads and gear and all that. That just doesn't
Yeah.
exist here, at least. And I'm not going to be going to university. I haven't set up any profile for me for football. I haven't done any of that recruitment process because I don't want to play football after high school. I would love to continue to play football, but I don't want to go to university for that. So that's just out of the picture. So last year playing football probably ever, which is sad, but at the same time, it'll be good to not have practices every single day. I'll say that. But no, I will miss it, and just the coaches are amazing. And in that program that I'm in, and then also some of the guys I'll miss. Yeah. So, gotta cherish the moment, gotta live in the moment. And I think by doing that, it could be a great year. And I'm looking forward to the positives that come with it. Any news of this week? So, this week was the anniversary of Mac Miller's death. 5 years since he's been dead. R.I.P. And I was thinking about this. I thought with Mac Miller, he blew up in the 2010s, in the mid 2010s, early 2010s. When he was young, and then he kind of went from there. But I feel like he died off before he died. Like I feel like he almost became irrelevant in a way. But I think that's because he really changed his genres a lot. He went through 3 stages of rap, and the last one was very unique. More common nowadays to see it. But I wouldn't even consider it rap, honestly, with some of the stuff he was putting out there.
Yeah.
However, I think he would have, if he was still alive, I think he would have bounced back and did a lot more collabs because of his unique genre. And I think you would have seen him doing collabs with people like Tyler, the Creator, Ariana Grande, or people that just like kind of have the same sort of vibe and same sort of flow. I think because he was kind of recreating himself, I think that could have easily set him up into a big path. That's a huge what if, though. I don't know ultimately, but I just think that's how I see it. I think he could have bounced back, but yeah, he died off and ultimately died, and then that sucks because it really shows how much drugs can harm someone. And multiple people in the world, thousands, millions of people in the world have died from drug overdose, and I think it's really sad. And it's good in a way to share big inspirations, big idols, that you're dying from this shit. Because imagine a Mac Miller fan sees their favorite rapper, Mac Miller, has died because of an overdose, and this young fan is doing heroin, doing drugs, whatever. They see that. It's a good way for them to reassess their life and stop, right? So I think that's a blessing when it comes to it, because it's really putting to light what drugs can do, and even for just people in general. That's one positive I take out of it. It's not a positive thing that he died at all. Also, speaking about dead rappers, XXX released his EP, and I gotta say it's not very good. One song I like, the first one on the album, or the EP, but the rest are, you can tell that the producers are just trying to throw random shit to make a buck. They made a song out of him just talking.
Yeah.
Like literally a conversation just like you and I, they turned to a song. Put a beat over it, slow it down.
Yeah.
That's their song, and then they have like a shitty melody or something. It's like, if it's not gonna be good, don't release it. But I mean, I could say that about many people. There's many shitty artists out there, so it's kind of stupid for me to say that, but I don't think that it's a good EP at all.
Yeah, honestly, I am against when producers and labels and record deals and all those guys release like dead artist music. If I was an artist and I worked on something,
Unless you had the intent to produce it.
yeah,
That's
unless
different.
you were going to release it and you died in the past, like you passed
Mac
on.
Miller had that, and then they released it. They haven't released anything since.
Exactly, but I'm like XXX had a bunch of like unreleased stuff, and they started like
I don't think they'd want him making songs out of him just talking to his buddies.
yeah, right, and so like to me, what that does is it like tarnishes like the artist, and then also it's just something they don't want to put out there. Because I mean, this happened with Prince too. I remember when Prince died, they had he had like he was a perfectionist, right? And he had thousands and thousands of songs that were just unreleased in a vault somewhere. And he did nothing with them. He just didn't like them. There was something wrong with them, and he just didn't.
He didn't like that work that he produced or came up with.
Exactly.
He didn't produce it.
And so it never got released. And then when they died, there was like a radio show, and they're talking about like, will they release it? What will happen with this? Are they gonna do something with it? Ultimately, they didn't, which I'm happy about. But I am against it because I think the artist's vision is not there anymore, right? And so if you can't really make art for someone who's not here, and I think that's almost kind of what's special about art is that like regardless is if they pass, it's still here. It's like something to remember them by, and I think that's one of the important things about art, which I think is pretty cool. So I got my braces off this week.
Dude, I was about to say that actually.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna. I'm not bullshitting. I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
So
So
thanks for reminding me.
got them off like this week. So definitely different. It feels so weird. I've had them on for 4 years. So since grade 8. It's been a long time coming. But yeah, I got them off on like a couple days ago, and got a retainer now. I took it out because I sound like so dumb with my retainer on, and I got like a lisp, so it's pretty bad with my retainer. So right now I'm not wearing it, and they also put in this bottom retainer, so I got like this metal wire.
Oh, I hated that.
On my back teeth, and then like it's there for life, so it's like permanent.
So do you want to hear my story of that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the bottom retainer that I got put in, I did not like it because I saw way more negatives than positives. They told me that I gotta brush underneath it because bacteria will get in there, and you gotta floss this certain way.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was painful. It was cutting my like bottom, like inside of my mouth, and I got used to that, but the fact that I could just feel metal there, I hated that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't floss. I had it for over a week, and I couldn't figure it out. So I talked to my orthodontist. I tried to figure out another solution. They gave me a bottom retainer that I could put in, like I could just put it in when I sleep, and I don't have to wear it throughout the day. And I thought, why didn't I have this already? Like this is, to me, easily the best option.
Yeah.
So I took that. They already had a mold in my teeth. I took that, and I was so happy, and I don't have any regrets. It's way better, in my opinion. I mean, you do what you want, but I just found it to be extremely annoying.
Yeah. What was weird is, like, I didn't really have an option. They're like, I go in, and they're like, take my braces off, and they're like, okay, we're going to put a, like, bottom bonded retainer. And I was like, what? Like, they kind of, like, they get the big, like, head guy, the main doctor guy.
Actual, yeah.
He comes in, and he's like, yeah, bottom retainer, bonded, and then she just, like, does it. And I'm like, oh, shit, okay, so now I have this. And then I was like, does this ever come off? I'm like, no, it's permanent, so...
I think you can take it off after like 4 years or something, but it will fuck with your teeth though, I think.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I've seen so many people, a lot of my friends actually like got braces, and then like something happens with the retainer, or like something knocks, even the bottom retainer thing, the wire gets knocked out, and their teeth are fucked, so they have to like redo braces.
It's a whole waste of money.
Yeah.
Like, just wear the freaking retainer.
Yeah.
And I think for me, like, I remember I think I went 4 days without it. When you have your when you get your braces off, you have 2 years where you have to wear your retainer to sleep every single night. But then when the 2 years is up, you can go 3 days without wearing it, and then they recommend you put it back on. I went 4 days one time, and I could feel that my teeth have shifted.
It's brutal. Like, I got my braces off, and then basically I had to like scan my mouth and get like obviously scanned for the retainer. So it took like, I was probably like maybe 5 or 6 hours. I went to school, came back, probably 5 or 6 hours without the retainer, And as soon as I put it in, it hurt so bad because all my teeth,
Yeah.
just like taking it off for that long,
it hurts.
was shifted. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be wearing it constantly.
But every appointment I went to get my braces changed, something about it that hurt.
Yeah, exactly. And they tighten the braces and shit, and like, don't even get me started on elastics. Those were like brutal. Yeah. But I mean, honestly, I think it is worth it. Like, I'm gonna have my smile for the rest of my life, pretty much. So, I mean, it was pretty long. I think my like braces treatment was longer than most people's. They started with like, it's called the RME, like rear mouth expander. So basically what they do, they put this big metal like device on the top of your mouth.
That's annoying.
And it stretches your mouth, because basically what happened, I was like overcrowded, and they kind of like, I don't know, they almost like scared my parents into like making me get braces. They were saying like, basically my teeth were going in crooked, and what would happen is it would like, I don't know, the teeth would come in and like break the nerve, and all my teeth would fall out, and I was like, what the hell? So then they ended up getting braces, and I did the whole treatment, but I think
upper thing would have sucked.
It did. I had it for like a year or two, and then I had braces on like just the top or just the bottom or something, and then they did full braces, and then that was pretty much it. But I mean, it was definitely long, and like the elastics thing, I was so bad with the elastics. Like the first year, I probably wore them like a handful of times.
Oh, that's not good.
Hated them. And then my orthodontist, like, this is what would happen. I'd go in for my appointment, and they're like, how long are you wearing your elastics for? And I remember my friends saying, like, dude, you gotta wear them. Like, they're gonna, like, whoop your ass. So I was like, oh, I'm wearing them, like, I wear them all the time. I was like, I wear them 24/7. And the guy, like, they were like, I think they knew I was lying, but they were like, what the fuck? So what they did is they gave me like these stronger elastics. So they basically, at the orthodontist I go to, they have like different like categories, I guess, of elastic like strength. So there's like gorilla, there's tortoise, I think there's like some other ones like horse or some shit, I don't know. But basically they gave me these super strong ones to wear at night, because I just didn't wear them. So I wore those ones at night, and then I had to like switch them out and wear the gorilla ones in the day. But anyways, I ended up wearing them for the last couple years, and my teeth started shifting well enough to get my braces off. So I mean, if you do have braces on and you have elastics, like, wear that shit. Like, so many people told me, and I don't know why. Like, I thought they looked so dumb, so I was like, I'm not wearing this shit. But honestly, it will take so much longer.
You have to. You're just wasting time if you don't.
Yeah, and money, dude.
Yeah.
So.
Fuck, don't get me started.
Yeah. So, yeah, my parents were pretty mad that it was taking pretty long. I think.
It's on you.
That's on me. And also, like, I saw in the chair, they have, like, your progress of your braces or whatever, and, like, when you're supposed to get it off. Mine was supposed to take, like, 2 years with the full thing. It took 4, so it took double the amount of time just because I didn't wear my elastics. So if you're not wearing your elastics, please do. Because
or don't, and keep them forever.
I mean, yeah, your choice. I mean, don't do what I did, because it's honestly so not worth it. But all right, so moving on, we're gonna talk about NFL Week 1. Just happened. You guys probably saw all the highlights going around. Yeah, so Kansas City versus the Detroit Lions. That was a crazy game. I didn't watch it myself, but I did see the highlights going around. The one that I want to talk about is the pick six. The guy, I don't know who it was, but the guy was a rookie. It was his debut game, and he goes in there, gets the pick, and runs it like 50. I think it was like 55 yards, touchdown. It was crazy.
Pick six.
So, crazy game. And, yeah, just lots of games going on.
Everyone's buzzing online because they have, like, shitty picks in fantasy. And it turns out that they're getting hella points. Someone I knew that had, like, so many Kansas players, they took away 1 point from fantasy. That's rough for the first. I mean, it's week 1.
Yeah.
But still.
Are you playing fantasy this year?
Yeah, so actually I have gone into fantasy. I don't know anything about it, but my friend reached out and they said, hey, we're doing a thing. Do you want to try it? I've never done it before. So I said, sure. I've never done it before either. And I've set it up, and I auto-picked everything except for, like, the first, like... What I did was I was picking at first, but then I was like, people's Wi-Fi was bad, like, in our team. So I was like, fuck this. I got other stuff I could do. So I put on auto pick, and I got like Metcalf. That's the only guy I know. Which I mean, he's pretty good. So hopefully that could be good for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's buzzing about the Lions winning, and I think Lions could do good this year. Hey, it's week 1.
Yeah,
but,
who knows?
Yeah, I just think they've gone off to an amazing start, and I think that the team's just improved overall. Yeah, that's been the NFL. With basketball, the FIBA World Cup has officially ended with Germany taking home the win from the tournament. And, it's ironic. We had a FIBA 3x3 player on the show playing for Germany, and Germany win.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Germany, shout out FIBA, and I didn't watch any games, but yeah, I saw some cool clips from it. Saw some cool highlights.
Yeah.
I saw Dylan Brooks eating a Indonesian bread, right? And then he ate it, and you would expect something like, "Oh, it's savory. Oh, it's sweet." No, he just said, "It's good." Classic. And then they just cut the clip. I don't like that guy.
Dylan Brooks might be one of the most hated players in the NBA. And
I think he is.
I saw his thing. I saw his clip going around.
I didn't even know he was Canadian.
It was... what happened? He got ejected. So what he did is he was clapping in someone's face. I mean, the refs nowadays, I mean, you can get texts for everything. You can get thrown out of the game so easily.
Mm-hmm.
Steph had it. He was like clapping or some shit, and he got thrown out. But basically, Dylan Brooks, this is in the FIBA thing. He was clapping his hands in front of this guy, got ejected, and then after the game, he waited in the hallway with boxing gloves. And so
that's a bit comedic, but
pretty funny. But the media saw it and they were like posting it everywhere. It went like viral. But it's pretty funny. I mean, honestly, can't go wrong with that. But yeah, he does get a lot of flack for his shenanigans. I feel like
he's from Ontario, right? I think he is.
I think so, but I know he is Canadian, so
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. I don't know if we accept him as a Canadian, but
I don't.
Yeah.
It's a complete opposite of what a Canadian standard is, being kind. He couldn't get that right.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe just he needs to retake the citizen test or some shit. Oh yeah, you watched some FIBA during the summer, right? Did you talk about that?
Yeah, I think so. I watched I went to Simon's event.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. Shout out Simon, shout out Van 3x3. Amazing event.
Mm-hmm.
It was run really well. And I really enjoyed my time, and I won the free throw contest. So
yeah. Free throw
took some home that day, so
yeah.
That's great. Yeah, it was a really well organized event, and I would love to go back, and I'd love to see another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That same day I watched a Lions game. BC Lions versus Hamilton Tiger Cats. It was a brutal game. We got crushed. It was like 35-18. I don't know. It was brutal. The running back was so good on the Tiger Cats, and he was actually an ex-BC Lion player, so everyone was kicking themselves that we got rid of him. But he played so well. The guy, it was insane. But there was just some dumb plays. I mean, they tried like an onside kick near the end and ended up getting picked off, and the guy got a touchdown from it. And overall, Hamilton was just better, dude. Offensively, defensively. And, yeah, not the best game to go to, but I mean, it's still fun. Like the atmosphere, just going anyways and enjoying it with some friends. So,
talking about ex-BC Lions player, Nathan Rourke.
Yeah.
He's out of the Jaguars. Well, it's kind of old news, but
on waivers.
Yeah, he's I don't know. I think he'll just not be playing for a little bit because I don't think he'll go down to CFL because I don't think he's on that level anymore. But at the same time, people are saying the Cardinals because they have no good QBs and all this stuff. But I mean, they're not gonna get rid of Trevor Lawrence. That guy couldn't motivate me to eat my frickin' breakfast in the morning. Have you seen those clips of him talking? Okay, guys, let's go. Let's get this win.
The funniest player of all time, bro. He's just so out of it. It just seems like he's hungover or some shit, just not ready to play. I don't know.
The Clemson, or was it called the university he was at, or college? I
don't know. Was it Clemson?
Yeah, something like that. He did great there. Then he went to the draft. But then they have their backup quarterback playing for the Jaguars for a long, long time. I'm not going to get rid of him until he retires. Nathan Rourke, they just didn't want to pay him. They didn't want to go with him. He did amazing in the preseason, but those are people that are going to be third string as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But great to see him have that chance, and I think he'll be back in the NFL. Give it some time, and I think we'll see him in another team. Maybe Jaguars. Maybe they'll take him up again if no one does, which they could easily. So, yeah, go Nathan Rourke and BC Lions. I watched the BC Lions team. They played another Jumbotron, and their reaction to the Lions players was super funny. One guy was like, "I taught him that." You see yeah, something like that. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of funny moments between the guys.
I don't think so. I mean, we got hockey coming up. That season starts October 11th. That's going to be an amazing season. I'm so excited. Hopefully the Canucks can actually get some stuff to go here. And I don't know. The contracts are still super dumb. I don't know how salary cap's looking this year. But, hey, I mean, we still got some good players. We got a good core. Hopefully we can win some games, maybe get into a playoff. I mean, that's, like, the only thing we're fighting for at this point is, like, can we get a playoff spot? Is it possible with this line? I don't know. I mean, we did some off-season trades and we signed that guy, was it, like, just on the 25th pick or something? No, 15th or something. I don't know. We got a good draft pick. I think
HOTTOGO. Hot to go.
Oh.
Canucks.
Yeah, but they were trying to build the blue line up. I think they signed some left shot defenseman. I don't know what's going to happen there. It's kind of just a waiting game. We'll see what happens, but hopefully we can win some games and maybe make a playoff spot. I mean, if we do that, that's a good season in my eyes. So
I agree.
Yeah, just do it for the fans. We've been supporting this team for so long, and dude, it's just been brutal.
Do something.
Yeah. But yeah. Also baseball. I've been watching actually some baseball. I've been getting into it more recently. I mean, never much of a baseball fan, but recently I went to a couple games. Went to one over the summer, and it's pretty interesting. The Seattle Mariners are going off. Julio Rodriguez has had like one of the best stints in his career, and so is the Mariners. This past month they've been going off. I mean, they're second. They're under Tampa, but they've been going crazy, and they're so fun to watch. So I've been watching them. Been watching some Blue Jays games. Watched the Oakland game, and Blue Jays are in a tough spot right now because they're missing a lot of their key
They're right
guys.
in the middle of the division.
And Bo Bichette's out, and I think Chapman's out as well. So they're missing some key guys, and now they're kind of starting these lower guys, kind of like the guys on the bench, kind of I guess like your third liners you could say. But yeah, you got Schneider coming in there, Espinal, who else? Just these guys, and they're stepping up big time. They've been playing so well. Schneider especially has been insane.
Springer,
classic.
Yeah, he's always performing.
Vladdy hasn't been hitting really good for a while, so he's been pretty slow. Kiermaier, he's been pretty consistent, so he's been playing well. But I don't know. Hopefully, I mean, it's fun to watch. I'm just getting into it now. I still don't really understand the averages and stuff, the RISP and WISP and all this stuff. So gotta learn that stuff. But yeah, it's fun to watch a different sport, and I feel like it's such a unique sport compared to basketball, soccer, football, because it's pretty lax. It's you can go watch an inning and then it's pretty chill. You can just chill and watch a
home run maybe.
Yeah, see a homer and then switch innings. But honestly, it's pretty cool, and I actually am enjoying it now. So yeah, pretty fun to watch. So hopefully Blue Jays win some
World
games.
Series.
Yeah, dude. That'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, it would be. All right, this has been episode 167 of Avenues Podcast. I will not be here next week. I'll be in the USA playing some football, and we'll have Justin here. And well, actually, I don't even know what we're gonna do.
Maybe we'll throw Cheyenne on again. I don't know.
Online.
What do you guys think?
Let us know any ideas. And with that being said, we will see you guys. He will see you guys next week. Peace.